guys, it's Emerson. The 2021 September Apple event has just been held yesterday, and quite a few things have just been announced, and I will be going over what has just been announced in the Apple event and all the features to the products. Let's get started. The first product that has just been announced is a new update to the budget $300 iPad. Of course, each update we get a chip upgrade. For this year, the iPad will be getting the A13 Bionic chip. The chip will be 20% faster than its previous model in every aspect, from CPU, GPU, and the neural engine. Because of this chip upgrade, the iPad will now get upgraded cameras for better focus in low light to better front camera quality. Speaking of better front camera quality, the front-facing camera will be upgraded to a 12 megapixel ultra-wide, which will have a 122-degree field of view and will adopt the iPad Pro's center stage feature. Moving on to the display, the iPad will now feature True Tone. Color choices will be pretty basic except the gold color is missing. I don't know what's up with that. Everything else is practically the same, from design to accessory compatibility. Next up is the iPad mini refresh. First of all, the design has been completely turned into a mini iPad Air. The iPad mini will feature the Liquid Retina display, and the screen size will be 8.3 inches and still managing a compact footprint. Display specs is pretty decent. We're getting a wide color True Tone display, having 500 nits of brightness and an anti-reflective coating, which is pretty standard. Apple claims that the new iPad mini will have a 40% CPU performance increase and an 80% increase in GPU performance, and neural engine will have a 2 times faster performance. And just like the iPad Air and Pro, it will replace the Lightning port with USB-C. This year's iPad mini will also support 5G, just like the iPad Pros. Focusing on the cameras, the rear camera will have a 12 megapixel sensor, focus pixels, and a 1.8 aperture. The True Tone flash technology will also be added along. Not only that, iPad mini will be getting Smart HDR, which will make pictures more detailed when it comes to things like shadows. The iPad mini will now be able to record in 4K as well. The front-facing camera will adopt the same camera technology from the aforementioned iPad. The speaker system will also be the same like the iPad Air and Pro, having 2 speakers on the top and 2 speakers on the bottom, enabling better stereo sound. And of course, the 2nd gen Apple Pencil will be supported. Color choices look pretty good as well, not gonna lie. So basically, this is a shrunken down iPad Air, which means this is, because of all these features, price has been bumped up to $499. Honestly, for an iPad mini, that's a little too expensive, considering the fact this is like the previous gen iPad mini was kind of cheaper, I believe. This is kind of cheaper than this year's model. So, well, honestly, on one side, I believe that it's kind of reasonable because of all these new tech. But we've been having most of these features on the new iPad mini is practically from the iPad Airs and the iPad Pros. So this technology isn't really new. So that my other side would not justify this price hike. Next is the Apple Watch Series 7. The most noticeable upgrade to the Apple Watch is the significantly larger display, pushing the bezels even smaller than its previous generation. This pushes its bezels to become 1.7 millimeters. The display will create a curved edge display similar to what you see on the Galaxy phones. It would also be 70% brighter. A new feature on the Series 7 is that it will now integrate a full keyboard into it, which I have extreme doubts on how the hell would that work. Crap's tiny. Besides, some app developer created an app similar to that and Apple had rejected it. Now they're actually implementing that person's app stock into the watchOS system into the new Apple Watch. And the guy's gonna sue Apple for that as usual, because it's not really fair for someone that created an app to get rejected by Apple, and then some years later Apple will implement that feature. So basically they're stealing from them. That's not fair. Come on. They inputted machine learning to predict what you're going to say, so I'm kind of questionable about that feature. Apple will now claim that this Apple Watch is the most durable, with having crack-resistant glass, and dust-resistant IP6X rating, and WR50 water resistance. Can't wait for the Jerry Rig video on that. There will also be a charging boost with having 33% faster charging speed than the Series 6, which means 0 to 80% will just take 45 minutes, and 8 minutes of charging can get you 8 hours of sleep tracking, and that's actually pretty good. There are a wide amount of color choices, and the colors for the Series 7 actually look really nice as well. And also the new loops for the Sport version and the Hermes bands really damn good as well. So that's a good positive for the new Apple Watch. Other than that, new screen, that's practically it. Now, the pièce de la résistance, the iPhone 13, the star of the show for the Apple event. iPhone 13 design is practically the same except the front and the cameras. The notch on the new iPhone is smaller and the camera layout is diagonal? What? Anyways, iPhone 13 will be getting a battery size increase, which is great to hear. Can't wait to see a battery test on that. They're going to be claiming that it's going to be all-day battery life, so if that's true, that's actually good, but I believe that it should be standard, honestly. I believe I've seen phones with all-day battery life before, so if I can recall some of that, if that's actually true, then honestly this isn't really a first, so yeah. Moving on to the display, it will now feature the Super Retina XDR display and is 28% brighter than the 12, and will feature all the good stuff like Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. A new chip upgrade will of course be introduced. So this year we're getting the new A15 chip. Just like every iPhone release comes a new chip. So every new chip there will be better performance and power efficiency. So it really isn't a surprise here when Apple starts bragging about high percentage increases for CPU, GPU, everything performance. But the thing is, they just compare their last year's chip. They don't really compare to some other chips like Snapdragon. Let me think, I don't know. But they're really just using their own chips as a comparison so they can try to get these big claims out there. So they did the same crap last year. So if you take a look at last year's Apple event, they've been claiming, oh look, high percentage increases or whatever, 50%, 80%, who damn knows. It's the same reoccurring thing I've been seeing each Apple event, September event, whatever tech, Apple tech they release, whatever, iPad, iPhone, it's practically the same marketing. The same marketing for these new chips, these new performances, and everyone at this point pretty much knows what the hell they're doing. So yeah, for the A15, it's going to feature 5nm technology, which means 15 billion transistors. For this chip, we will be able to get 16 cores, 2 high performance, and 4 high efficiency ones. A15 will also feature a 4-core GPU. Basically, we will be able to breeze through any high-quality intensive games, if you really can find any. The neural engine will of course be upgraded. This year it will become 16 cores. Better neural engine means the better display engine, video encoder and decoder. Moving on to the cameras, which is pretty much the highlight for the iPhone this year. So first off, we'll take a look at the wide cameras. Basically, we're getting bigger sensors, bigger apertures, all that good stuff. So a 1.7 micron sensor. It is able to capture 40% more light. It's perfect for low light. If you're gonna have 40% more than what last year's, 1.6 aperture lens, 26mm focal length, 7-element lens, and 100% focus pixels. And the iPhone 12 Pro Max's stabilization technology called sensor shift stabilization will be added to the 13 and 13 mini, so don't have to pay so much for if you really want that stabilization. The ultra wide will be improved with a faster sensor, 2.4 aperture lens, the 13mm focal length, 5-element lens, and a 120-degree field of view. The best part of these new cameras is a feature called cinematic mode. Basically, we're getting movie quality recording. It will be able to focus on a subject completely still, even if they are moving. Its focus transitions happen in real time. Speaking of focus, the iPhone will intelligently, according to them, it will intelligently focus on the subject as soon as they enter the frame, and when a subject gazes away from the camera, it focuses on another subject, and vice versa. I find that pretty cool. I might see some tests on that, and my opinion might change. So, what I see is what I see, and what I talk is about what I talk. The 13 will introduce all-day battery life, which I said earlier. Like, again, I'll watch the battery tests to see if that's true. Finally, so the base storage has been increased to 128 gigabytes, and the 500 gig 12 gigabytes will be added for the first time as a choice on the 13. All in all, practically the same everything, and a few hardware changes. Now it's time to move on to the finale, the iPhone 13 Pro. For the Pro, all Pro, whatever, professional this, professional that. Oh yeah, we got all these professionals buying these super Pro in the most, as what Tim Cook says.
And these are the most powerful and most advanced iPhones that we have ever built.
So basically, no design refresh, no new design. Everything's the same, from the camera layout to the overall, like the sides everything is all practically the same on the outside. Nothing new except the front. You know, we have the notch. Yeah, we have the notch. Small notch. Oh yeah. So basically, if someone has a small notch or that weird garbage camera placement on the 13, you know they got a 13. Just like the 12, design's all the same, like I said, with the same colors. But so basically, the blue version for this year. Okay, so the blue color for the iPhone 13 is lighter than the iPhone 12's blue color. So I honestly like the blue color. It actually looks really good. Well, iPhone 12 is also good as well, but you know, they kind of nail it with the colors. So there's that. Honestly, I really like how Apple makes these colors. They're really good, but I've probably seen better. I've seen better on different companies, but this is a good thing for Apple. This is pretty good. That's something that they kind of excel in, so in my opinion. Okay, let's talk about cameras. The 13 Pro's front camera will have a 20% smaller true depth camera, and just like that, we will move on to the back, where first, all the camera, like again, you say the camera layout's the same, but the camera lens have again increased in size. And second, just like the regular 13 series, a redesigned interior to fit all of the good old tech and big battery. And of course, A15. I really need to stop repeating features. But 13 Pro will have one core more in the GPU, so that's that. 13 Pro will implement the Super Retina XDR display just like you get it at this point. The Pro's display will have 1000 nits on brightness. And finally, ProMotion is goddamn here on the iPhones. What a miracle. Leakers, you're happy now? Anyways, the iPhone 13 Pro's ProMotion display will be quite dynamic, as the refresh rate will increase and decrease depending on things like your scrolling very precisely. This will allow some battery efficiency. And yes, it is 120 Hz. Thank God, Apple, you're finally in the game. Okay, so once again, we'll move back to the camera system. First, telephoto won't see so much changes except the 3x telephoto. For the ultra-wide lens, for the first time, it's getting autofocus. We've also got some other good stuff, such as the 1.8 aperture lens, 6-element lens, and up to 92% improvement in low light conditions. Pretty normal. And to the wide camera, it's getting a 1.5 aperture lens, 1.9 micron pixels, and up to 2.2 times improvement in low light. A new feature will be added to the camera where it will be able to do macro photography, just like the Samsung Galaxy series or something like that. Basically, it's able to take pictures of very tiny things. So for this camera, it's able to go up close to 2 centimeters. All cameras, including the telephoto, will have night mode. Good job. Another feature mostly for picture personalization is called Photographic Styles. so which will be added. It will able to gather your individual preferences and make edits in real time. I'm curious about that. Decent feature. So new video features like macro slow-mo videos will be able to capture high detail slow-mo, and that's on the ultra wide camera, which is great. Some new features will be added alongside the cinematic mode, like being able to create a depth map in the video, which means you can change the depth effect even after the capture has been made. So you can pretty much make the background more blurry or something like that. That's shown in the demo on the Apple event. I find it pretty nice, so that's actually pretty cool as well. And ProRes video will allow to record in 4K 30 FPS, which will later release later in the year in a software update. So that's that. Well, iPhone 13 Pro will also adopt the all-day battery life technology just like the regular 13. Finally, there will be a massive storage option increase, which iPhone 13 Pro will allow 1 terabyte. Man, I don't know who the hell will buy that. The Pro users? That's why they're buying the iPhone 13 Pro. No, it's just gonna be white moms buying these anyway. And that's it. So basically, a few hardware changes there and there. Not too exciting stuff. So good thing I thought realistically about the whole thing. Honestly, if any one of you guys are holding an iPhone 12 right now, just keep that phone and don't upgrade. There really isn't too much things that will get iPhone 12 holders to be like, hey, those features are so groundbreaking, I really need to upgrade. No, just don't upgrade. Honestly, this event was a bit lackluster in my opinion and a bit over-exaggerated, especially when it comes with the enthusiasm with the like I said, the percentage increases of the performance and stuff. But yeah, everything is practically the same. Like I've heard someone say, oh, this is a repeat of last year's Apple event, and I can kind of agree on that. I can kind of agree. Some of the leaks were right. Some of the leaks I've seen were right. The rumors, the leaks, everything, something like that, they were correct. Especially that goddamn camera placement. And I'm surprised they were able to do a small notch this year. This is something I keep hearing about, the rumors. So basically, people talking about smaller notches on the next iPhone, yet same notch. Now we're getting a smaller notch, so woohoo! So there's gonna be quite a lot of people complaining about this year's Apple event. So there's some stuff I agree on those type of people, not gonna lie. I honestly understand why. So yeah, basically, if you have an iPhone 12, just keep it and don't upgrade at all. Or even if you have phones older than that, your phone's completely fine until Apple starts to kill your support for the next iOS 15, no, iOS 16, I don't know, okay? Just keep it. And if there really is a big feature that can be introduced in the iPhone 14, maybe upgrade to that, but yeah. Or if your current iPhone is breaking and you want those upgrades, and honestly, it's not my choice to choose your decisions, it's you. So everyone, pick your decisions. If you want to upgrade, then upgrade. And if you want to keep your phone, then keep it. There's nothing, don't have to listen to me saying, oh, don't have to buy the new iPhone. Well, it's your choice. So if you really want to dish off your money for the new iPhone, go for it. I honestly don't care, but I recommend that you do not. If your phone is completely working, if you have an iPhone X or above or something like that, 12, 11. So yeah, I've seen other tech reviewers saying some criticisms about it, and I completely understand. So yeah, Apple honestly should kind of improve their game, because the market for phone from phones from other companies are getting more advanced. So we're at the point where a folding phone is now the same price as an iPhone 12 Pro or a 13 Pro. So it's like $1,000. So, and I've seen better technologies on different companies' phones, and the iPhone is just like way behind. And they're calling. Yeah, sometimes they have the urge to say, oh, it's innovative and all of that crap. And it's so they like present it in a way where it's like, oh, this is such a great upgrade. This is such a I wouldn't say groundbreaking, but like very good upgrade, something like that. But like they kind of over exaggerate in their Apple events when it comes to introducing features we have seen before. So let me know your thoughts on that. Honestly, I'm just saying my own opinion. Like, you have the right to be mad or not mad about me for saying my opinion. I don't care. So you have your own opinion. I have my own opinion. Let's try to respect each other's and try to not have a fight in the comments about it. So yeah, let me know in the comment section about your opinions about that. All right? Okay. Thanks for watching my video. I really hope you enjoyed. So I also have quite a few tech videos. If you are interested, go ahead and watch them because I would really appreciate it. If you want to support this channel, please subscribe and watch. Please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified for any upcoming release and be the first to them. Like this video if you enjoyed, and if you really want to support my channel, you can go to my Patreon where I upload exclusive content, but right now I don't have much in there though, but I still would appreciate some of your support anyway. So follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on what I'm doing. Anyways guys, this is Immersat and good night.